Hi everyone, welcome to your 30-day yoga challenge. Today is day 5, Energize. Let's start today's practice by standing at the front of the mat in mountain pose. The feet are hip width apart. As you stand up tall and straight, begin to rotate your shoulders, allowing the palms to face forward, and gently close your eyes. Breathe out completely. Hold your breath out. Take a deep breath in, and then hold. Exhale slowly. Again, inhale deep, holding the end of your breath. With control, exhale. We're going to do that one more time. Hold your breath at the end. Inhale deep. See if you can breathe in a touch more. And then open the mouth. Open your eyes. And with the next breath in, lift your arms all the way up over your head. Look up, and then gently forward fold. Okay, let's spend a couple of moments here. For those of you who are not touching the ground, bend your knees. Even if you can't touch the mat, you're more than welcome to bend the legs if that feels good for you. See if you can bring the crown of the head. Just encourage it to move closer towards your mat. And then with the next inhalation, lift the chin and look straight ahead as you find length to the spine. Step back into a plank position. Okay, so we're stepping directly into a plank. Hands are shoulders width apart, fingers are spreading wide. Push firmly through your first fingers, the thumb tips. Stay. And then downward dog with your exhale. Let your feet come a little bit closer together. And then on your next inhalation, take your right leg and reach it up. So as the right leg lifts, I want you to really feel into the hips that they're mostly leveled. Okay, so you might have to lower your outer right hip down. I'm, in this case, pointing my toes back. You are more than welcome to point them down, but find that the toes, the foot is active, it's energized. And then see if you can lift your right thigh higher. Look towards the space of your hands and place the right foot forward. Okay. Come up onto the tips of the fingers, and then as you inhale, lift your chin. Okay, and then stay as you are, exhale. We're going to open our chest and lift by lifting our right arm high into the sky. Now think of those right finger pads reaching directly to the ceiling above you, and take a full inhalation. Open the chest more. Lower your right hand to the floor and step into plank pose. So in your plank, the wrists are underneath the shoulders. Now if you feel like that's not the most comfortable, you could walk the hands a touch more forward. And while you can't see the feet, can you think of the toes underneath the heels? Now we're going to give this a couple of more moments. Can you ground or press more actively through the front of the fingers? So think fingertips pushing into the floor, the top part of each finger pressing into the floor, and then downward dog. Exhale. Allow the thighs to draw back. Okay, stay as you are. Inhale deep. And then open the mouth. Our left leg rises. And as it comes up, remember that we're focusing on the hips being mostly leveled. And then as best as you can, continue to press the front of the right thigh back. Imagine the right thigh is moving away from the belly, whereas your left thigh is lifting higher. Look towards the hands and place the left foot forward. Our back knee is straight. Come to the tips of the fingers, and With your inhalation, lift the chin, gaze out in front of you. Stay there, exhale. And then left arm, move it high into the air, open through your chest. So our right fingertips, unless it's your right palm that's flat, presses into the floor to allow more lift and more reach through your left arm. Focus here on the breath in, open more through your chest. And then left hand meets the mat, plank, step back. Check with the hands that they are still shoulders width. See if you can press more through all 10 finger pads. So one way I would like for you to imagine it here is like the weight is actually shifting a bit more towards the front of the hand, even though the hands are flat. And in doing so, there is a little lightening through the wrists. And then back to down dog as you exhale. Take 3 full breaths here. See if you can widen the thighs. One more breath. Look towards your hands, lift the heels. You're going to bend both of your knees, and you're welcome to hop for those of you who have that in your practice. Otherwise, step, step. Look forward to the horizon, find length, and then fold deep over your legs. Exhale. Come to rise. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up. Look towards the ceiling. And then exhale, stand tall in mountain pose, Tadasana. Bend your knees as you sit back into chair pose. Lift your arms up. Stay here, pull the ribs in. Sit a little deeper. And then fold forward, lower your hands down. Look to the horizon, lengthen the spine, step back into plank pose. Now hold steady in your plank position. Can you come onto your right finger pads? So come up onto the right fingertips. And if that's not the most comfortable for you, keep your hand flat. Now for everyone else, press through the left hand, push through your right fingertips, and then we're going to begin turning our heels to the left side of the mat, and then stretch your right arm high into the air. Now, right away, if this is quite challenging for you, bend your right knee so the sole of your foot can be flat on the ground. Push the floor away from your left hand and feel the pelvis come up even more. Look down, right hand to the floor. It's a plank position. Inhale. And then exhale, come up onto your left fingertips. Now, for those of you who aren't feeling the most comfortable with that, you just keep your hand flat. We're going to turn our heels to the right side of the mat. Lift the left arm over the head. And again, as an option, if this is challenging for you, let the sole of the foot come to the floor so there's support that will still allow you to find more lift. Push the right hand down so the whole of your body is able to lift and energize. Look down at the floor, place the left hand to the ground, plank our footsteps back, and then come forward through your whole body. Think of your shoulders moving directly above your knuckles, above your fingernails, and then press down, especially through the index finger and middle finger tips. Press them down, thumb pads down. Downward dog. Exhale. Okay, breathe in here. Open the mouth. And rise on the balls of the feet. Look forward. Bend your knees. Again, walk. Maybe not again, but you can walk. You can hop, or you can step towards the front. Look straight ahead. Inhale. Forward fold, chest to the knees, draw those buttock bones higher. Directly into a chair pose, bending the legs, lifting the arms and the chest. So really repeating poses that we've come to before so that your body is able to refine what it needs to refine and at the same time cultivate more strength and space in the areas that need it. Let's come up onto the balls of the feet. So see if you can peel your heels off of the mat while maintaining your chair pose. Let's bend the knees a little deeper. Think of the buttocks lining with the knees, or imagine your thighs almost parallel to the floor. Keep the heels pushing forward. Now allow the heels to stay lifted, press through your toes, and come all the way to straight legs. Challenge your balance here. And then once you're standing tall, can you begin lifting the chin and looking up towards the space of your palms? Heels to the floor, forward fold, exhale. Pull your chest away from the thighs, inhale. Plank. And then exhale into downward dog. Okay, reach your right leg up, inhale. And then stay there, exhale. Again, firm your legs together. Hips are mostly level. Think of squeezing the inner thighs to the midline. Right thigh rises more. Look towards the space of your hands, and right foot steps forward closer towards your right thumb. We'll leave our back knee straight as we did before and place the hands on top of the right thigh. Push down, lift the chest. Take your hands to the hips and let's bend the back knee slightly. And then notice that as your knee bends, there's a bit more movement in the pelvis. Find that your pelvis, the top rim of the pelvis is mostly level, okay? I say mostly level just to encourage a bit more length and space in the lower part of your spine. Keep pressing your front heel down, squeezing the outer hips in, and then reach your arms over your head. Now, palms can stay separated shoulders distance, or as you wish, perhaps joining the palms together, in which case actively squeeze the perimeter of the palm, the finger pads, keep bending into the right leg, firm, again, continue to firm those inner thighs together. Lift the chin, look up, lower your hands down, downward dog, exhale. Okay, that's a full breath in here. Exhale completely. Left leg rising into the sky, three-legged downward facing dog. Notice here as your leg lifts, if your elbow bends, your right elbow bends, keep it straight, press firmly through the hands. Imagine that through the pushing of your palms, your left big toe tip can move closer to the wall behind you, left thigh higher. Look forward and make it light, foot between the hands. Back knee is straight. Take your hands to the front of the thigh, push it down and lift the chest. Hands to your waist, bend your back knee. So with the bending of the back knee, can you think of the front of the hip bones pulling up and into the lower abdomen? And then if it's possible, perhaps re-straighten the back leg or you keep it bent. Stretch your arms over your head, holding here, and then reconnect to the foundation of left heel rooting. Visualize the outer part of your hips squeezing together strongly. You might connect more with your adductors, the muscles of the inner thighs. Keep pressing the right thigh back. Then lift the gaze as you look up at the space of the palms, unless your palms are squeezing tight. Whatever you're doing, fingertips higher. Lower your hands down, downward dog. Exhale. Come forward towards plank. Inhale. And then stay here in your plank position, letting those right toes point back. So think one leg plank, keeping the pelvis level. If this is quite challenging for you, place your right foot at the back of your left ankle, inhaling deep. Pushing through the hands, exhale. Step your right foot down, and then repeat the same with the left. Point the left toes back. Imagine from the left tip of the toe, the tip of your left big toe, towards the crown of your head, your one long line. Remember that you can stack the foot on top of the back of right ankle as needed. And then left foot to the floor. Bend your knees like you're about to touch them down, but then don't quite. Downward facing dog with your exhalation. Okay, in the down dog, close your eyes. Inhale. And then move your pelvis back in space, exhale. Again, breathing in. Exhale. Like we did before, inhale deep but hold. Open the mouth. Either come into a child's pose or hero pose. Hero pose is sitting upright with the buttocks on the heels, knees and inner thighs together. Whatever you have chosen, close your eyes. Feel the effort of your practice and the energy that it's generated. Notice how you might be feeling now relative to when we first began. Hopefully the energy of your practice helps to carry you through the day ahead. Thank you all for joining me in day 5 of your 30-day yoga challenge. Thank you for continuing to practice with me. See you tomorrow. Namaste.